Hey, so I know people still practice witchcraft, and I think all in all, it's pretty cool. I was just scrolling on Tumblr and some nice witches are just casually casting luck spells on my dashboard, and I love that. But I decided to look further into witchcraft, and not all spells are as happy-go-lucky. Hi most amazing fam, my name is Abby, and today I'm bringing you top 10 scary witch spells. Like in any spiritual or religious practice, not everyone is the good guy. Some witches set out to lay a hex, jinx, or curse on someone they are having some tough times with. Lots of times in the spells they write it as their enemy. So one thing to know about witchcraft and curses is that karma is a pretty common idea. Many times it is said that if a witch does something bad to someone else, it comes back to them 3 times. So going through with spells like these lead to 3 negative repercussions in your life. So keep that in mind. Luckily, many of the ones I found require more than a spoken component, so hopefully I won't accidentally curse anyone. If I do, hopefully it's just me, so no one gets hurt. It's not like I have that kind of power anyways. Or do I? But lastly, before we get into it, anytime a spell asks me to use a name, which I think there's only one, I'll be saying Yeba. Just throwing that out there. First, at number 10 is a spell called Wicked Things. So this curse aims to send back the pain someone inflicted upon you. Even just looking at the ingredients on this list, it seems dangerous. To do it, you need a jar with 3 live bees or hornets, a picture of the enemy, and sulfur powder. At least there's a disclaimer saying that if you have allergies to bees or hornets, you shouldn't attempt this, and I appreciate that. Just watch out for people that are trying to curse others. Sorry if I laugh a lot during this one. Okay. It says to clean your area and then start pulling energy in once you have all of the components. The person who used this spell said they used Egyptian musk and boiled mandrake root to get the right energies while pulling energy from the earth. The next step, write a message on the back of the photo. The message should say, "Slander me not, your days of hurt no more, you challenged my patience and opened this door." Then, place the folded photo and a scoop of sulfur powder in the jar, without letting out the bees and hornets, and bury that in the ground that won't be disturbed, and then you're done. That's it, curse set. Match. Number 9. This one is called Demon Possess a Friend. So apparently people like to go around making spells that get their friends possessed, so they can have a demon friend? Seriously, a magic user came up with a spell to get a demon to possess one of your friends. The caveats are that it works best if they aren't powerful in magic. And if it's miscast, your friend may not like you anymore. Which is, yeah, I wouldn't like my friend if they decided to use my body as a vessel for a demon either, you know? Anyways, how it's done, you get a friend to cast a circle with you while telling them it's for a different spell. You concentrate on them and focus on imagining a dark energy slowly circling in on them, chipping away at them. Once you start to suspect they are weakened, ask them how they feel. If they say tired, then the spell says it's probably working. From there, you think a saying in your mind 3 times and then say it out loud. Demons, I offer you a shell. Rise up from hell and enter Yeba. Bend her, twist her, let my old friend die, and make her truly just a shell for you. After this, it says the friend will be mad, which, no duh, and then the demon will slowly take them over the course of a night. It recommends doing this over a sleepover, that way you can monitor the friend's now shell of a body. Number 8. Voodoo Revenge. Now here's a spell that claims to punish and hurt your enemy as well as make them realize what they did to you was wrong. Additionally, it claims that it will remove all positivity and good luck from them and fill them with bad luck. With all that done, your enemy will feel weak and will suffer. Kinda sad, but okay. It calls for the caster to make a doll of their enemy and then sprinkle rose water on the doll and then clean it. After that, the caster should write the name of their enemy in saffron ink on the doll. Then they should chant Dushman Montana Terho 200 times while meditating that their enemy should be destroyed. Lastly, every day the caster is to put 1 pin on the body of the doll. Voodoo Revenge. That's it. Next up at number 7 is a curse from Purgatory. Now this one recommends a full moon and for the spell to be done in a dark room with a single light source like a candle. Then it calls for the caster to gather their hate and negative feelings towards a person and draw a pentagram. From there, they should write Esse Purgatorius. Then they should add more lines to the letters and connect them to make them look like runes and connect the letters chaotically. All while they're doing this, they should be channeling their hatred to indicate where the line should go. After that, they should take time to cool down a bit before chanting an incantation. I summon unholy might to bring forth purging blight, for this scoundrel has no right to step in thy light. May the gates of purgatory open and punish thee. Once the incantation is said, the person who cast the curse should throw out the paper or eat it. Their choice. Number 6. A revenge death to your enemies. Now this one clarifies that it's a metaphorical death, but still kinda dark. For this one, you need a photo of your target and a lighter. For this, you set the photo on fire as you chant, I am to avenge myself. I was on the path of destruction, but now I set you down that path. I take my revenge upon you. And then you allow the photo to turn to ashes. Quick and easy. For revenge. Still pretty scary. Number 5. A bad luck lock. Now this is apparently one of the most powerful black magic spells. To do it, you would need one solid padlock, a screwdriver, paper, and black paint. You would write down your target's name on the paper and then fold it. Then push the screwdriver through the paper to make a hole. And then after that, put your lock through that hole and lock it up, and then rub the black paint on the keyhole and on the lock. And then boom, you are ready to cast the spell. The spell is a prayer to lock in the blackest luck into the blackest lock. And after that, you bury the lock in your backyard and the key to the lock buried near your target. This, if you haven't already guessed, locks them in with bad luck in the bad luck lock. The blackest luck in the bad luck lock, blackest lock. Try to say that 10 times fast. Maybe that's the prayer you should say. Just saying. Number 4, Black Magic Mirror. This is another black magic spell, and yes, another one for revenge. I'm sensing a pattern. So to do this spell, you would need one small mirror, a long section of black ribbon, black permanent marker, bay leaf, and burnt timber ash. The author of this spell stipulates that the spell must be cast on a Saturday night. That's when all fun things happen, obviously. Now you start this ritual by writing your target's name on the mirror in big letters and scatter bay leaves on it. Then wrap up the mirror with the ribbon and sprinkle the ash on it. It says make sure to wrap up the whole thing and tie a very tight knot. Then place your hands on both sides of the mirror and chant the spell. The chant would be a prayer to inflict harm on the person 2 times of the wrong they had sent out to you. After you do that, gently place the wrap charm under a bed. The instructions say you have to keep it there until the revenge is complete, but then the moment the person meets their bad times, you should immediately take out the mirror and dismantle your spell. Because kinda goes rogue from there apparently. Number 3, Lucifer's Touch. Now this one is a pretty run-of-the-mill revenge spell, and it calls for Lucifer himself to bring darkness on your enemy. So this one says you have to have 3 black candles and enough anger to be able to work up into a frenzy. Just like an angry chihuahua, but with spells and magic. Okay, once you light the candles, you're ready to go. This one stipulates that if you have a bell, you should ring it 3 times at the beginning of the ritual. Then you say, I call the mighty bringer of light, Lucifer. Spirits of the abyss, hear my call. All most powerful one and all Lucifer, my thoughts do sing throughout the universe. They now ring. Take thine enemy, take him, smite, break him, scorn him in the night of your mightiest depths of hell. Cast your darkness on his shell. O Lucifer, O shining star, touch him, burn him from afar. Revenge now will have its days, for thine enemy starts to fry. And that's it! Just fry your enemy in Lucifer's pan of evil. Number 2 is Spiteful Demon of Torment. So this one is to summon a demon into an object to give to your enemy. It's typically used in wishes that the demon in the object will spite them and unleash their worst upon them. To cast it, a witch would set up a circle of summoning, and then they would place the item of their choice in the triangle. If you aren't familiar with the circle of summoning, the circle is meant to protect you while the triangle is to keep the summoned spirit within. Once the item is in place, the witch or caster would call forth the demon, and to do it, they would say, Come forth, I summon you. I beseech you, come forth to our realm. I offer you sanctuary here where you may carry out your evil deeds upon thy enemy. Harm them as they have harmed me. Come to this object I have chosen. In acceptance that you do not harm me but the one I have called you forth, now come, demon, so mote it be. And then once that is complete, they would cleanse the circle and the demon would remain in the item. And then after putting the item in their enemy's possession, the demon would do the evil deeds upon them. And that's it. I wonder if you put the demon inside like food and they ate the food, if the demon would be inside them. But let's move on to last but not least, number 1, BLUENS Satanic Death. So this one comes with a fun disclaimer. Only Satanists can use it, and it leads to someone's death. How chilling. So I'm gonna leave out the spell components of this because I don't want any of you going around spiting anybody with the intent of death. That's not chill. So in general, this spell asks the caster to put all of their spite into one place and then fill yourself up with a plan of revenge. The incantation calls upon the power of Satan and the powers of darkness to bestow their power upon the Satanist so their target will die. They also cut the item they made into 4 pieces and burn one with fire, bury one in the earth, place one in a large body of water, and burn the last one to ashes and throw it in the air. And then lastly, it calls for the caster to thank the crowned gods of hell and say out loud the name of the person who is to die. So don't do this one at home, kids. Great. And that is all for the top 10 scary witch spells. Let me know what you think down below and if you've ever done a little bit of witchcraft yourself. And while you're down there telling me all about that, make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications to be notified when we post. That's all. I've been Abby, and until next time, don't summon Satan. Demons, I offer you a shell. Rise up from hell and enter Yeba. I just can't. I'm sorry. I need to go. Why would you such a funny name? I keep doing this. This is how I channel my energy. Okay. Now, once the incantation is said, the person who cast the curse should throw out the people. Then push the you.